It's another day of adventure today. Although the last few have actually been very chill, so I don't really know why I'm saying another. They've been so relaxing.
If you haven't caught the last vlog, it's been my birthday and we've been staying at a place called Redwood Farm. And we are so sad to be leaving, and I feel like we do say that a lot.
We
but
do.
like I'm really, really sad to be leaving this place.
So we're moving. This was only for a couple of nights. Now we're going to Mount Maunganui, which is honestly such a sick little beach town. It's one of our favourite spots in New Zealand when it comes to sort of coastal areas to hang out. So we've got an Airbnb there for a week that's a bit more of a do some work, get out of the city, do beach walks and really kind of get into that. But before we do that, we thought we might as well make a bit of a pit stop.
So before we go to the mount, we want to make a pit stop at a place called the Blue Springs, and it's the sort of place that we have been wanting to go for years now, but it is quite, I think it is quite touristy.
But I'd never heard of it until
actually,
like the last year.
Yeah, it's kind of a mix of a hidden gem, but like lots of tourists kind of go there.
Yeah, so I actually read that. I think it was in, I'm going to make this number up, I think it was 2006. There used to be only 10,000 people that visited per year.
Oh, wow.
And then somehow it got popular in some kind of
I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's got
video.
popular.
Yeah, and then in that December there was 9 or 10,000 people. So they had a year's worth of visitors in 1 month because of its popularity. So it's grown a lot recently.
I think it's going to be really interesting though, because obviously we're at level 1 and it's only pretty much New Zealanders.
Yes.
So I wonder how busy it's going to be. But also I scheduled in a sunny day and it is currently raining. So I hope that we're not going to drive for an hour and then end up doing a walk in the rain.
Yeah, I used up all of our sunny days for your birthday.
Yeah. And also like, because it's supposed to be a really clear spring, really blue, I kind of think that the sun would usually help it look even more beautiful, but that's okay.
So from where we are, we've got a 1 hour drive to get there, so we're just going to drive right past all of this rain and everything will be perfect. It was touch and go there for a while as to whether or not this was even going to be possible. Stacey's prepared for the winter. I've only got a couple of layers on. So walkway in the Blue Spring. There's 4.7 kilometres one way. I don't think we were doing that one though.
No, we're not. You are here.
Oh, okay.
Here. The red track.
Yeah, okay, so there's a long side and a short side. We've come to the short side because we want to get to the mount and check in. But yeah, we almost didn't get here because the weather was horrific. That fog was so bad that we weren't really sure if we were going to get here and be pissing down with rain, but it's not exactly sunny, but
it's 800 metres from the car park.
Oh, big walk ahead. Any knowledge?
The Blue Spring is a natural town with treasure, formed through a special and delicate merger of geology.
Oh, okay. Remember any other details about it?
So it is a spring that fills 60% of the bottled water in New Zealand. It flows from Mamaku Plateau, and I think it said it takes like 100 years to actually filter through. What else did I read? That the spring water stays 11 degrees year round, which is pretty cold if you're in the height of summer.
Except for you can't swim.
You can't swim because it's damaging to the environment. You used to be able to swim, but I think it's kind of a good thing that you're not allowed to anymore. Plus it's freezing today, so we wouldn't be swimming anyway. Wow, how do we get down?
So clear in there.
It's like not even moving very fast either. No wonder it takes 100 years.
Maybe this is a smaller portion of it or something?
Yeah, because it must like wind down and...
Yeah.
I mean, if the long walk is an hour and a half, it must be quite long.
Yeah. So the other walk does look very cool actually, because there's a walkway, like a path, a boardwalk is the best way to explain it, yeah. And we've seen some really awesome photos from there, so if you are planning on coming when you've got a bit of time. Apparently it's about an hour and a half one way. Oh man, it looks so pretty like that.
Cool.
It's about an hour and a half each way.
What is this like?
Weed
River weed. I wanted to say seaweed, but obviously
Yeah.
it's not.
Look how clear this is.
It's so loud, I bet people that are down there are like...
Who's down there? No one's down there sunbathing, are they?
Do you know what else I read? Is that sometimes you can see trout in the...
That would be cool.
I wonder if we'll see any fishies.
Because you'd literally see everything they did.
It's beautiful. Oh, it's pretty though.
Whoa. And it's so much deeper than I thought it was. I think because it's so clear that it messes with your perspective a little bit. It made it seem like it was very flat, but it's actually, that's about almost in that portion there, maybe about 3 meters deep, but when we were up there, it looked like it was almost flat. The way these weeds move, it's almost so peaceful. They're the most chilled weeds I've ever seen. Wow.
This is amazing. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this.
It's really peaceful looking at it, isn't it?
It's so peaceful.
We definitely wanted to bring Joan the drone, but
Nope.
signs everywhere.
Wow, can you see through there?
Oh, that's definitely the bluest.
That's so pretty. Come out on camera.
A little bit. So back along that way, that's, oh, excuse my, put my puffer jacket on, I shouldn't have done that with my sleeve. Back along that way is the walkway that leads on the big 1.5 hour kind of gig back that direction. Seem to be running a bit earlier than we anticipated, so we've got about 20 minutes or so to kill before we can officially check in. So just stop for a little bit of a coffee, and I'm stoked to be back here driving along on this beachfront. There's literally beach as far as you can see in either direction, right the way down to Papamoa, which is where we went yesterday for Stacey's birthday, and right up in and around the Mount, which is what this place is just commonly known as the Mount, even though it's called Mount Maunganui. So we're going to take a big walk up that. Do you remember how long it takes to go to the top of Mount Maunganui?
I don't think I've ever done it.
You've never done it? Mm-mm. Oh shit. Okay, I think it takes about an hour, but you can either go like around it, you can mission, straight up the side. I don't really know which way we'll pick, but there's such a nice feel here, and it is so much more developed than we remember. There's loads of shops, heaps of cafes, restaurants, bars. I think this is going to be a really, really cool week. So it's a few hours past. We came into this place that we've checked in now. This is where we're going to be spending the next week, and it was absolutely freezing. All of these windows were open. Some of the right the way around, all in our bedroom as well. So we actually had to ask the host if we could get a heater, which we've now got set on. That's why I'm wearing a beanie. We had to shower up to get warm. This is a decent place. It's always difficult leaving somewhere as amazing as where we just were for the last couple of nights, and then coming to somewhere that now we've just done a big grocery shop to just get a bunch of stuff. So it's difficult, isn't it? You go from luxury
to another
into just normal daily life living.
It's hard because this kind of place in New Zealand is still really, really expensive, so you do expect it to be still real nice,
Yeah, so we're spending about $1,000 for this week, but the location is so awesome. We can literally walk to the shops. We've got a private entrance to the beach. You just have to cross the road, but literally just straight through behind us here. Obviously, desk set up. This is like full living mode for us to get the chance to sit down and feel normal. So we're gonna cook a dinner, we're gonna make some pasta for dinner, we've got a blender with us so that we can make some protein shakes, we can go for walks on the beach. Like, this is gonna be a really productive and relaxing time for us. But also Mount Maunganui just looks so much improved to what I remember. Different. So we're praying for some nice weather, because today is just not necessarily a good one at all. So check back for the next video. We're going to explore the beach, explore more of what this town has kind of become, and then at some stage we'll make our way up the mount as well, so that we can get those sweet views back down across the beach as well.